the life link to here. And this is the second video of the Blender 2.8 layers development. And the previous video was basically a teaser. We had no audio, no explanation. Now we're gonna try to explain what was showing there with the new UI. There's new things from the previous video, and also I'm gonna show how to remake it from scratch, the whole layer organization. So we now have the render layers that we used to have in Blender. They are used to not only for the final render, but also to organize the data to scene and viewport in the future in the workspace. By default, when you just open a Blender file from Blender 2.8, you get every single render layer ported as a new render layer, and all the original scene layers are ported as a viewport render layer. So that's what you see here. And as you can see here, the original layers, which were called layers, are now called collections, and they're simply ported. In this case, it's 1 to 6 because I only had 6 collections visible in my old file. Very well. Let's now reorganize this file in a more smart way that not rely on old legacy layer system. So I will start by creating a new render layer. So let's me gonna just remove the 2 old ones. By default, every time you create a new render layer, it comes already with a collection, which is a master collection. The master collection is basically a collection with all the objects of the scene, or rather with all the collections of the scene and their respective objects. Okay. This is basically what we want for this layer. So this is gonna have every single object. For this one, I'm gonna only have the geometry objects. I created a new layer. It comes with a collection, but I don't want the master collection in this case. I will just turn it off for now. But for now, let's start creating a new collection. So I go here. This is probably gonna be in a better place in the future, but here, geometry. I want to jump in the geometry layer, or the monkeys, the cube, the torus, and everything. So we're going to create nested collections. So I'm going to add a new collection here. And let's do at least the one with the monkeys. And let's do one with, I call plan, but actually what I was using was putting the plan in the cube, and create even other ones with the, what's missing, the torus, the donuts. Okay, the collection for now is empty, but I'm just gonna select the object. Okay, go here to the torus one and add selected. Same thing for the so-called plan. Add selected, and for the monkeys, well, you got the picture. Select all of them and move there. In the near future, I believe this is probably gonna be supported by drag and drop, but that's how I'm doing for now. And of course, I didn't want this object here. I could just take 3 objects, select them, and remove from here. So they're no longer in this collection. I'm just gonna add it then again. Okay, let's now turn off the master collection, which has everything, and just see the objects that we added here. So in this case, I'm even gonna unlink this, which is basically removing this collection. In this case, I couldn't delete it because it's a master collection, but if I had created a new collection and I didn't want it any longer, I could just delete the collection and it's gone. Something that's also I want to show you is, yeah, let's do it here. So, no, let's do the next one. So this is the geometry layer. I'm going to create now a monkey layer. So only the monkeys, the Susans. Again, when you create a new layer, by default, the master collection is added to it. And one thing interesting about master collection, as I was saying, that it has every single collection of the scene. So even though I was creating the collections for the other layer, they are automatically added to the master collection tree. Anyways, we don't want it. Let's unlink. You can do it here, or you can do it here. And let's link one of the existent collections, in this case the monkeys. Bang. So now I have the geometry and now I have the monkeys. So one thing I was showing in the other video is that I can have different selected objects in different layers. So now the selected objects and also the active object is a property of the render layer, which allows us to have in the future with workspaces, to have different workspaces with different selected objects. So it can be, you have model a workspace and you do some modeling and then, well, you got a picture. The other thing we can do, of course, we can set the visibility. And again, the visibility, I think I showed in the last video as well, the visibility is also tied to the render layer. So I turn off the plane here, but if I go to the all layer, the plane is still visible. I can also go to the all layer and turn off all the geometry objects. Shame on me, they should be hidden. Why are they not? Oh, I just found a bug. It's probably gonna be others. Oh, no. It's because the original layers, the original 6 layers, they're still in the file. Now it's time, I guess, to delete them. So delete the collection. Delete this collection. Basically all the collections that have mesh already ported in. There we go. So now if I can remove, again, I can turn them invisible. So if I make them invisible here, they're still visible here because the visibility is per render layer. So we're also getting rid of the object selectability flag and the visibility flag, because they're now going to be controlled per collection. I think that's all for this video. I'm going to show in the next video how to use the collections with the new render engine system. But I'll save this file now and then start in a fresh new video.